I'm your instructor for Math 1314, College Algebra, for this fall 2025 here at Lee College. So this is your welcome video, and we're going to go over kind of what your Blackboard course looks like, how to get into your textbook, how homework's going to work, all those nice things. So this counts like as day one of when you log in, okay? So what you see right now on my screen is your screen may look a little different than this when you log into our course, depending on how you have it set. But this is the student preview that's available to me when I'm working in Blackboard. So the home screen that comes up it has announcements called What's New, What's Due. It has announcements, what's new, what you have to do. Now, actually, when you log in, that first initial announcement that I posted will probably come up right here. It's not showing right now because the course isn't technically open. If I click on more announcements, you can see what we're going over right now. Okay, so this is, I post everything that needs to be done that week in one announcement. I will also go over how I put it in course content also. So right now is, when you're watching this, hopefully, is August 25th, 2025. That's Monday. Tells you this is College Algebra, who I am. I've been doing this for 24 years. And then we get started. So then I ask you to watch the welcome video, which will be what this is. Then we will talk about, which we'll talk about right now, the course syllabus and schedule, okay? When you click this link, it should, right now, it's probably not going to send you to it did, because I PDF linked this. This is the simple syllabus that there is an option for on the other side, but this is our course syllabus right here, okay? Tells my name, my email. I do not have an office location. I work remotely, okay, guys? So I technically do not live in Baytown, okay? And I'm also adjunct faculty, so I don't have an office on campus. So I don't have an office phone. It tells you who my division chair is, gives you some other information there. This tells you this is a regular course. It is all online. Tells you what we're going to do in this course, okay? And our student learning outcomes. You did have to get into this course, you had to be college ready in math, which means you passed the math portion of TSI, or you are also enrolled in a co-rec. Okay, let's talk about office hours for the course. Since it is online and I don't have a physical location, I don't mind meeting with you guys via a video or by video chat like Zoom or Google Meets or FaceTime when I give you that cell number. We'll talk about that. Usually I can, because I also teach at another college, I can usually do office hours for you guys anytime after 8 o'clock, Monday, well, pretty much 7 days a week. I do have a later class on Monday and Thursday that runs to 9, so that's why I didn't list Monday and Thursday here. Saturday and Sunday, of course, I'm available. I don't teach anything on Saturday and Sunday, so I can probably meet with you if that's what fits your schedule. Okay, but you should just email me if you want to set up like some type of Zoom where we do office hours and go over problems. You can email me to request that, or you can text me at my cell number to request that. Let's see. Also, guys, if you have issues with homework and you would like me to do a video over some of the homework problems, if you're not able to figure that out through the videos that are posted in my math lab, my lab and mastering, you can text me and tell me who you are when you text me, and so I know what class you're from and what section you're from, and tell me where you're having difficulties. Okay, the required textbook is the Blitzer. Pearson is the publisher. It's the 8th edition. The actual hardback book is not required. You do need the MyLab and Mastering Code. It comes with the e-text. So you do have the availability of the text online digitally. We'll talk about how to access that later. That is through, this should not say My Books. This should be your BibliU. This is already how you get your books, My Books information. This is for non-dual credit students. I'm going to show you how to do that. My Books is probably what BibliU runs through. I will show you that. You can have you can use a calculator. It has to be a scientific calculator. You cannot use a graphing calculator in this course. I will not allow you to use a graphing calculator on the test. The tests are online, but they are proctored. We recommend the TI-30XS scientific calculator. I believe it's about $11 or $12. Used to be anyway, may have gone up. And but if you do not have this one and you don't want to buy it, but you have a alternate scientific calculator, you may use that. You just can't use a graphing calculator. This information tells you about the cost of the books. As far as you can get a whole book, most of you already know about that. If you're a dual credit student, you are not enrolled in this. You'll need to meet with your Lee College dual credit advisor to learn what to do about that. Technology, guys, you're in an online course. You signed up for an online course. You do need to have working internet and technology, or at least be able to go into the lab at Lee College or into some type of lab if you're a dual credit student, so that you can do homework. All homework is online, all tests are online. Last year and in previous terms, I used HonorLock as far as the lockdown testing browser, which HonorLock did not work with an iPad, but we worked around that. And then dual credit students, HonorLock is also blocked on your campuses usually, so I'm going to look into using Respondus this year. But you do need a working laptop, and with both of those programs, you do need to have a laptop or a desktop that has a webcam, okay? We have to be able to proctor you through your webcam. Okay, your schedule outline, here it tells what we're going to do by the week. How your homework works is that, such as on August 25th, you probably Monday when you're looking at this, I have already made assignments in MyLab and Mastering, which we're going to get into how to do that in just a minute. And so P5 and 1.5 are assigned to you in MyLab and Mastering. They are due on August 31st, both assignments, okay? You have all week to work on them. You have all week to watch the videos that go with them. Their cutoff date is August 31st, 11:59 p.m. Okay, and so we go through the weeks about what all gets assigned, what we're going to cover. This exam will be proctored. It will be locked down with a passcode, and we will discuss that. I'll send out information about that when we get closer to that. Of course, notice this is the third week of school that we will have that first test. Okay, and so this goes through all information right here. The final exam, more than likely, I'm going to say the final exam is going to be on December 8th, okay? I may give you several days to log in that week and take that final exam. All assignment dates are set within MyLab and Mastering, okay? This is concerning late work policy. They're due on the posted date. Homework will not be extended beyond the due date for any reason once the assignment closes. Exams will not be extended beyond the due date. Guys, if you miss an exam and you have to take a 0 on it because you didn't have an extenuating circumstance, I do not allow retests. What I do allow is when you take your final exam, it can replace your lowest unit test grade. It cannot replace the student learning objective exam, just the lowest test grade. Okay, so if you miss a test, you just couldn't make the deadline, you hadn't studied for whatever reason, then you take a 0 on that, and then when you take the final exam, it will take the place of that 0, whatever grade you make on that. We will have approximately 28 homework assignments. These count 15% of your grade. There will be 4 unit exams counting 60% of your grade, 1 student learning objective assessment that is 5% of your grade, and 1 final exam which is 20% of your grade. Notice that we do reserve the right to change a grading component, but we'll provide written notice via email and announcements in Blackboard should a grading component substantively change. Homework, we did discuss how homework works. This is just in writing how it works. It goes on to tell you that you do have see an example, help me solve this, ask my instructor. Within MyLab and Mastering, you guys have probably used MyLab and Mastering before. If not, and you're having some difficulty with it, feel free to send me a text, send me an email going, I'm just not sure how this works, and I will help you with that. This talks about the 4 unit exams, the student learning assessment, and the final exam during the semester. We covered retest. The final, I've stated here that it'll be Monday, December 8th. That might fluctuate a little bit. We'll see. Makeup exams, most of the time, no, there aren't any. Okay, typical grading scale, 89.5 rounds up to a 90, gives you an A. 79.5 rounds up to an 80, that gives you a B. What you're accustomed to, incomplete, no credit. See details below. That's talked about further down here. That is college policy. Here's the attendance policy, absences due to religious holy days, how to withdraw or drop a class. Okay, guys, you need to talk to your advisor before you withdraw and drop a class. Okay, talks about complete withdrawal. These are things that we are required to post in here. Talks about your incomplete. I'll let you guys read over that. Academic honesty policy. You'll notice an AI policy here. AI is prohibited. I know some of you are probably chuckling about that. That means laughing about that because you're like, it's all online and you don't know what I'm using. That is true as far as your homework is concerned. It's a little difficult for me to monitor whether you're using AI to answer questions on your homework. I do not advise it. Okay, number 1, guys, sometimes AI does not answer them correctly. And because it is a bot that is learning from work that is on the internet, and sometimes the work that is posted is incorrect, and so that it will give you an incorrect answer. Also, guys, it does hurt you in the end because when you take the tests, those are proctored online and your screen is locked down, so you will not be able to use that. AI, and then you won't know how to work the questions because your screen's locked, and I don't allow cell phones when you're taking the test either. Okay, so guys, just do the math yourself. Don't put it into Mathways or Papa Math, or there's a few other ones, or just don't put it into ChatGPT or any of the other forms. Okay, then we go on to talk about the DEI policy, non-discrimination, complaints, grievances. These are required on the syllabus, where you can go for student support services, timely care, and that is actually virtual. There is also a link to timely care on your Blackboard. Access Center for Student with Disabilities, that's the lab that you can go to if you require disability services. You need to talk with the Center for Students with Disabilities, and they will make sure that you receive those services, that we get all that paperwork filed. Okay, and then there's Title IX, and I will let you guys read through that. Okay, let's see. Let's go back over here. See if it'll just let me go back. There we go. Internet's running a little slow. Okay, so that's on what's new, what's due. Then we had that simple syllabus. Okay, guys, you have a simple syllabus button right here. When you click that, it should populate the syllabus that we just looked at. You should be able to see that, so it's there all the time. So you can see it. The one that we were looking at was embedded within that first week announcement. Okay. BibliU Bookshelf is where we're going to go for you to get your code for the MyLab and Mastering portion so you can do your homework. When you click on the BibliU Bookshelf, it's going to tell you, okay, now you're leaving Blackboard. You're going to pretty much a third-party app. Now, this may not pop since the class hasn't started yet. You'll notice, oh, it did. Now, yours will look different than this. It will not look like mine, but it'll come up. Now, we do have the college algebra right here. Here's the Math 13-14 courseware. You see mine with Finite Math with Business Apps. That's another course I'm teaching. Okay, and then there's some old college algebra ones that I have. Okay. That's where you'll go to get the code, the access code that goes in Pearson. Okay. Is the BibliU Bookshelf. Okay, and because the way that's my books that it was talking about that you guys are automatically opted into, okay, in the syllabus, this BibliU Bookshelf, I think I'm not sure if that's put in a charge, how the college does that, but it pretty much feeds your books into your Blackboard course, and you can get the code that way. So then once you get the code from your BibliU Bookshelf, you'll click on the Pearson MyLab, and then you have to click it again, and it's going to tell you the same thing, that it's going to launch, okay, an external, and then you have to say Open Pearson. It takes a few clicks. Now, if you're already an existing Pearson user, okay, so you've already taken math classes before that ran through MyLab and Mastering, you can go ahead and use the same account. However, if not, you'll need to create a new account. New to Pearson, create account. It's going to ask you, let's see, I'm going to put in, because I usually do several of these a semester. It's probably going to tell me that this account's already here. It didn't. Oh, yeah. Username is already being used. Okay. So you're going to fill this out, and what's going to happen is once you guys, if you have trouble with this, go ahead and fill all this out, and then it'll ask you for a code. And that's where you use your BibliU code, and you put it in there, and it'll automatically connect our MyLab and Mastering homework to our Blackboard account, okay? Now, here's the deal. If you didn't buy in to the BibliU books, I think all of you have, okay? I think it automatically happens. I don't think you have to check any kind of box or anything when you register that says, I want to buy into it. I think you actually have to check that you don't. So you all should be able to get your access code. If you have trouble getting your access code, or you know what to do, but you get there and you haven't bought into the BibliU thing and you don't have the money to afford an access code, there is a 2-week trial that you can start with that gives you time for your financial aid to come in, so that you can then get a code, you can then purchase a code. But if you fall into that category, guys, just send me a message, email me, or text me, and I'll help you with that, okay? We'll make sure you get a code so you can get started on your homework. Okay. All right, course content. Okay, so let's kind of recap. We were on what's new, what's due. The weekly announcement and what all's due will come right here. So when you log in, you will see all the announcements. Okay. Simple syllabus, we talked about that. That lets you see where we are with each week. The BibliaU bookshelf is where you're going to get your access code. Now, as the semester rolls on, I will move those two, the simple syllabus and the BibliaU tabs, I'll move them to the bottom because they're not as important anymore. Pearson MyLab is where we do all our homework and we do our tests, okay? Course content is going to have all the information that we talk about through the course of the semester. Notice there's simple syllabus right here that will take you to, it's probably going to tell us, it may tell us it doesn't work right now because this may be the one, yeah. So mine comes up with, oh, it doesn't work right now. It's because the class hasn't started yet, but you still have that available as a PDF, okay? And let's see, we were on course content. So there was your simple syllabus. The BibliaU bookshelf, I'm going to leave it up there towards the top right now also because there's another place that you can go to access your textbooks. Pearson MyLab will, that's our homework site. Same thing, it's going to do the same way. You can go here every time to do your homework if you want to, and then I'm going to post videos and announcements that tell what the homework is and everything in each unit. So right now in Unit 1 we have Week 1. It's August 25th through the 31st. I have the video links posted right here, what section P5 over factoring that you can go ahead and watch, and then I have video note links from section 1.5 as well, okay? But that is where I will post in course content, so then you can go back and look at things as the semester goes on if you need to go back and look at certain links, okay, over certain homework. Course messages, this is where you can message me and I can send them back to you, and if I send a message through Blackboard, it will come right here in course messages. Okay, notice your inbox, your sent. Right now, mine's completely blank. It's empty because in this particular class, it's not started and I've not sent you a message. Discussion board, I will post some things in the discussion board for you. I'll post where you can discuss homework problems or ask if anybody else had a question, or if you want to comment how you worked something of that nature, or if you need help with it, you can post there and I will from time to time, I can create videos for you over those particular homework problems, and you can then watch them, okay? Let's see, your My Grades option right now, it does show all the homework that is being synced right now because I have turned on our MyLab and Mastering class. Okay, these are all the assignments. Of course, none of them have been graded so far because you guys haven't started on them yet. And that will tell you about your grades, what has been graded, the upcoming assignments. Let's see if we have some that it'll show. It may show all of them in upcoming. Oh, I'm currently not in. It kicked me out of student preview, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go to My Grades. Here we go. Upcoming, it did switch over there. It does show them all of when they're due. That would have been nicer. There shouldn't be anything on graded, and there shouldn't be anything on submitted. Here they all are again. Let's go back to you guys' course messages. It does look like mine. Course content looks the same as well. Okay. These are PDFs with the links. I will try to get in here and put the actual link to the video. Just add the video link so that you don't have to go to a PDF every time and then click on them. Okay. That about sums it up. I know it was kind of long, but then it was also kind of fast too because it has a lot in it. If you have any questions getting started, if you have, our goal pretty much for this first day is we need to get you logged in. I'm going to post a discussion topic so you guys can kind of sign in, introduce yourself so that I know that you have participated in the class this week. And if you have any issues with accessing your Pearson account, getting that access code through BibliaU and getting over there, or accessing any of the videos in there, feel free to send me a message. Feel free to text me. That is on the, if I go to simple syllabus right here, I think it popped there. My cell number is on there. This is the one that didn't let me. Okay, so let's see if I can go to course content and go from there. I may have to, and you shouldn't have these issues. No, here you go. Okay, you shouldn't have these issues once the class starts. It's just doing that because the class hasn't begun yet. Here's you can text me or you can call and leave a message, either way. It is a 903 number. That's an East Texas number. I am not originally from down in South Texas. I am from East Texas. You can probably tell by my accent. But if you have any trouble logging in and getting that access code through BibliaU, or if you opted out of BibliaU and aren't sure what to do, and then you have trouble in Pearson, just let me know. Feel free to email me. I do check this email is on my phone, or you can text me. I do need to know that you are in college algebra, and I do need to know what your name is when you text me. Okay? I hope that helps a little bit, guys. Like I said, contact me if you have any issues.